Welcome to the very first Toy Command toy review. Today I have the brand new Playmates Megazord. I'm going to go over packaging, details, features, compare it to some of the older Megazords that Bandai and Hasbro have released, and take a look at it all. Here it is. Overall, I am a fan of the packaging. I don't like how they're all sold separately though, because what happens if a kid goes in, buys a Tyrannosaurus Rex, next kid goes in, gets the same one, next person comes in and well, there's no T-Rexes and you can only get 4. It's going to be really hard to complete it. I'd rather it all be packaged together, one big one. I do wish each Ranger came with its Megazord. Kind of sucks all 5 come only with the Pterodactyl. I understand they're trying to keep everything the same price. Different ones have different accessories and all that, but it does kind of suck. It's kind of funny, the packaging shows the Megazord shoulders down. I don't know if you remember, but the original Bandai commercial also showed the Megazord shoulders being down, even though it's not like that in the show. So I don't know if it's like trying to play on that or something, but it is kind of just funny. The decals that are present look really nice, very vibrant, especially on the Mastodon. I do wish it had a few more decals here and there, especially for such a large Megazord. I'm definitely hoping BD15, Toy Hack, someone makes some upgrade kits for this, and I think it'll really pop. First up, we got the Pterodactyl. Like I said, it comes with all 5 minifigures. Definitely kind of remind me of the original Micro Machine figures. They're pretty detailed for how small they are. It's a cool little feature. I'm not sure if they're in scale, but yeah, they only come with the Pterodactyl. Comes with 2 firing missiles. It looks almost identical to the original Bandai. The missiles do have a pretty strong spring. They shoot across the room, so be careful. Mouth opens, wings flap, the standard that all the Pterodactyls have done. Alright, Saber-tooth Tiger's up next. I really wish they had some elbow joints. They're just stiff legs. Kind of makes it tough to get a lot of poses. There's a little bit of articulation in the neck, which will really help in Megazord mode, to be able to get some more poses. The tail, again, has a missile firing action. It's bendable. Alright, here's the Triceratops. The decals on it do look good. I do wish there was quite a few more, though. I mean, even original Bandai had more decals on it. But yeah, tail, same thing. Missile firing action. Springs are pretty tight and strong. Shoots across the place. Don't shoot your eye out. The head does not have a lot of movement. Not nearly as much as the Triceratops, just a little swivel. Mastodon is just like you remember from the original Bandai. I mean, it's almost identical. Trunk moves just a little bit. Standard feet. Power sword. It's strong, but it's definitely got a flex to it. I mean, it gives a little bend here and there. It's good for kids. We'll see how it works a long time, but this is definitely strong for how flexible it is. All right, the Tyrannosaurus Rex, the one I want to love the most, but it's kind of hard when you're missing a giant sticker on the top head, and it's even shown on the packaging. I look back at the Playmates reveals, and none of the toys ever had these stickers on there, but it's shown on the packaging, and it looks so much better. It's just missing. Also, the T on the front, it's upside down. I don't know, again, if that's just production error, design team, what's going on, but it's just one of those small things. Power Rangers have been out for 30 years. You got to get that right. The head looks really good from the front. He does have a massive forehead, and I don't really realize that on my Bandai. I'll have to take a look at my Zap Megazord. But yeah, this one's pretty similar to the original Bandai as well. Arms. The legs have the same old articulation, forward, back. They even have the little buttons on the side to release the knees for tank mode. It does have a little bit of a sideways flex, but it's not much. All right, I'm going to transform this thing into tank mode. Again, it's pretty much the same as every other Megazord, especially the Bandai one. Like I said, this Megazord's pretty good for, ages 4+. It's not collector line. We're not comparing it to Soul Chogokin or Legacy. But I think it's a really fun toy for kids. The one thing I don't like is the buttons on this thing don't really hold in that well. I mean, they're not going to break on you like the old Bandais, but you definitely have to adjust the legs in first, then hit the button and pull it out. Like I said earlier in this video, this is my first full-length video. I usually just do shorts on Instagram, TikTok, and everything. So if you guys do want to see more, let me know in the comments. I'm just using my phone right now, but I'm down to get a mic and, you know, better setup and kind of go all out. I have almost every Megazord, Transformers, you know, new figures from Mezco, 3-0. I mean, all kinds of figures I could, you know, review if that's something you guys want to see on the channel, or I can just stick to the shorts. But I thought this would be kind of fun. I was very fortunate. Playmates reached out to me and sent this over before it actually released, so I figured I'd make a full video on it. I also have the new flip head figures, the auto Morphin ones, so hopefully have a short out on those tomorrow, maybe a full-length video as well. Excited for the rest of the roleplay items too that Playmates has. You know, they're good price points for what they are, so it should be fun. The arms don't really look straight in tank mode. They're kind of crooked. It's just the way the shoulder pads come down in line with the arms. I'm not sure if it's meant to be like that. The bandai definitely straightens up a little bit more. But, you know, it looks good. The cannons are pretty nice. Like I said, they have missiles. I don't remember any Megazords ever having missiles, so kind of fun. You can roll it around and shoot at things. Even though technically it doesn't have wheels, so you can't really roll it, but that's what imagination's for, right? It does kind of bother me every time I look at the T-Rex head, though, because not having that sticker is just, like, so iconic. I mean, I really hope someone comes out with a sticker kit later just to make this thing look better. It's big, it's clunky, but the colors do really pop on it. The silver on the, you know, Pterodactyl looks good, so hopefully someone can come up with some extra stickers. All right, here is the Dino Megazord in tank mode. Looks pretty good. Here it is in my 360. Like I said, this thing is pretty big. I think in full Megazord mode, it's almost 15 inches tall, so I had to zoom out a little bit just to get that view. All right, it's time for Megazord mode. I'll try transforming this thing, kind of show accurate. It does, you know, be able to stand up the same way it does in the show, bend at the feet. If you can grab both buttons at the same time, you kind of need two hands. Be able to flip back the T-Rex legs, lock in, flip the tail up, which does have a connector up top, and then kind of straighten out. I will say the legs on the T-Rex, the ratchets, they're pretty strong. They sound really loud, like they're gonna snap, but I mean, they haven't yet, so works good. Again, I'm not sure, but that T on the T-Rex, I'm not sure if my sticker was just put on upside down or if that's gonna be on all production. But this is where this Megazord starts to look really good. The yellows really pop, the red on the shoulders. Yeah, this is where I really like it. Cannons go on the back. It's kind of fun with the missiles on there. It gives a little more oomph to it. All right, when doing the T-Rex head, it doesn't really click down. You have to grab the sides and pinch, pull it open. Head drops right down. And then you do have to pinch it again on the sides to close it. You can't just kind of force it. All right, next up, Pterodactyl. You got to refold the arms out just like the original. Head goes down, wings back in. This thing does attach really well. It's one thing I didn't like with the Zap Megazord is mine always fell off, and even some of my old Bandai ones, but this one fits on nice. You know, the little horns on the Megazord helmet flip around, and yeah, you've got the Megazord. All right, the Mastodon trunk does remove, so you can flip it around for shield mode. I kind of personally like it with the trunk out, but that's just my personal preference. All right, here's that power sword again. Looking nice. Like I said, it's got a little bend to it, but it's got a nice snap to it. Like, I don't think it's gonna break or anything. I wouldn't leave it in the sun. All right, here we are. Playmates 2025 Megazord. All right, let's look at some articulation on this thing. So the arms, they just rotate around. An elbow joint would have really been nice, even a swivel, but didn't happen. The legs have some good articulation. Both legs can move all the way up to that 90-degree. The feet swivel just a little bit for when you spread the legs. Knees got that 90 degrees. You can get nice stepping. You can rotate the back leg only back a little bit. It's like one click, maybe two, but you can get the full knee. He can do a lunge. It's kind of fun. He's decently balanced. So I get, ooh, actually, arms do go out just a little bit. Again, if it had the elbow, it'd be really nice. You get some cool poses. But without that, arms are just always to the side. Legs split a little bit, and then with the arms, it's a decent, you know, oh, no, careful with the knees. This guy's heavy, it's big. Do make sure when pulling the legs off that you hit the little release levers. I'm not sure if it would snap or not, but ooh, yeah, he's heavy. Yeah, definitely make sure you're using that when taking the legs off. All right, here's a quick side-by-side with the OG 93 Bandai, which, as you can see, is much smaller. So this new Megazord is about 15 inches. Old Megazord, I think, was like 10 to 12. I really like this. I think this is perfect. It ages 4+. It's Playmate's first Megazord. It's not a collector's. We'll see if they do something in a higher end, but honestly, there's so many other Megazords and SMP models out there that if you got a kid, you want to get them into Power Rangers, I think this is a good start. It'll be fun. It's big. That's super cool. Like I said, it's my first long-form toy review, so if you guys want to see more, maybe some full transformations, not sped up like my shorts, leave a like, a comment. If you got any pointers, if you do toy reviews, anything like that, let me know. It's my first one. I'm just using my phone, just having fun. I'd love to create some more with you guys. Yeah, if you guys want to see something else next, let me know too. I'm down. I got all the Megazords, Transformers. Let's go.